Now, many of you will know that yesterday we spoke of how BYD responded to the fierce competition or to their discount of up to 35%, which they are currently offering, which so many of the people, I think we judged them too quickly, including myself, to say that, look, they are trying to collapse EV companies like Nio, which it turns out that that is not the truth, because one of the executives from BYD highlighted something very important, and that is other EV car makers, whatever model they try to build, they build even a bigger model, but similar to or copying the same model that they launched, and they try to cut down price ridiculously, which is why they ended up slashing their prices by 35%, which is something that we all discussed that it was not so good, because like I said, we thought BYD was attacking or was trying to get the market to themselves, so getting to get as many sales as possible to themselves. I mean, that article showed us that BYD's growth year to date, it has been sitting at around 15%, and BYD wants to get to see their deliveries, their total sales that they generate this year, grow to around 30%, which is why they are to try to get to where they want to see themselves sitting at in terms of sales this year. Now, with that, so many people have been wondering what Nio has to say about the discounts, the incentives that we've been seeing coming from EV makers like BYD and the others, right? The discounts that they are offering, it made a lot of the new investors to really worry, because in May, you will know that we just launched 4 new products or 4 new models that obviously with this discount we did not want. Something that we don't want to hear is Nio cutting down the price, because we know that it will compromise Nio getting or reaching profitability, and therefore it was very important that we get to know where Nio is at, what's Nio thinking about when they see companies like BYD wanting to or imposing or launching discounts of up to 35%. And on this video today, I come with good news of the Nio CEO, who just commented to with regards the current discounts that we are seeing in the market as a whole. As you on the screen, notice that our CEO apparently said the Nio is least willing to compete on price in China. That is a very good thing. Entering the high-end market, we focus not competing on low prices, but he said competition is not a bad thing. Competing on technology and experience and service is the real skill. This is where Nio is at with regards to the fierce competition taking place in China. Nio is not going to compete and try to lower down their prices, especially on the new products, but they are just going to do or make sure that the service, the technology, the products that they are selling speaks for themselves. Nio has got the experience when it comes to this market, and therefore I think they are going to use the experience to try to grab as many vehicles or as many deliveries as possible. So Nio is not going to compromise anything, even with this fierce competition, which is something that is very, very good. And Nio has got the presence. Their previous video, I think I did, or my last video I did yesterday, I think I did highlighted something very important, and that is Nio, in terms of followers, the number of people that are following Nio. Nio has got a lot of followers, man, and these followers are going to be the ones that obviously also help Nio do well, right? I mean, in South Africa, when Nio penetrates the South African market or the sub-Saharan market, I'm telling you, people are going to want to know what Nio is all about, and what better way, man, to be some of the people that are telling people about how good products is Nio making, or the kind of good products that Nio is making, which is something that will be so great. So I am happy, man. The experience, the innovation, technology, and the services that Nio provides or is giving to their users is the 3 things that the Nio CEO apparently said on a recent interview, that they are going to, or those are going to make them still make it or do very well in this, amidst this fierce competition that they are seeing in the Chinese market, which is something that is very, very good. So blue sky is still coming. You don't have to worry about profitability if it's coming or not in Q4. The Nio CEO tells us or confirms to us that we can still expect that to come, because Nio is not going to cut prices ridiculously on their cars to try to chase those that are offering ridiculous discounts onto their EV cars, which is something that, like I said, it's very, very good, and it is something that as investors we know that gross margins are not going to be compromised, because it's keeping, of course, the prices where they are. They are not going to fight with offering ridiculous discounts. You will know that with the vehicles like the ES6, EC6, Nio said that, look, with ES6, the margins that they are making with that car are over 20%. And for EC6, it's even worse. It's way over 20%, which one could say that the margins for the EC6 are around 30% or close to at least 30%, which is something that is just so great. So Nio is going to continue with these margins, and it's going to continue making sure that at least they see their margins improve. In Q2 right now, what so many of the investors or some investors are not thinking about is that if Nio has started with the deliveries of their new models, like these very same ones which they are saying that obviously the gross margins or the margins on these cars are so good, what gross margins is Nio going to report now in Q2? That is the very most interesting question that I think for investors it's very, very important, and they should have that at the back of their minds, because Nio, it is not only going to get to profitability in Q4, but there are going to be massive signs that Nio is going to show or demonstrate to us as we head there, which is why, my dear friends, I'm going to continue loading the boat wherever I can, because I know that blue sky is coming, right? My average onto Nio is around $15.70, and I'm telling you, by the end of probably Q3 margins, I should be seeing my average onto Nio, I think, at $10. I'm praying, man, that whatever I'm planning, the monies that I'm expecting, the plans that I have aligns me that by the end of Q3, my average onto Nio is at least $10. By the end of this year, if the share price still permits, I'm willing to take it to below $10, and I'm on single digit. What better way to spend Christmas this year knowing that my average onto Nio is at a single digit? I'm telling you, my dear friends, I'm at that point in life where I rather worry about maybe Nio failing and maybe going bankrupt and they stop selling cars and the company dies, than worrying about how I could have done more, I could have loaded more, which is why Nio is my number one priority when it comes to, obviously, investing. I invest whatever I can. Yes, I am saving. I do have got other companies that I also buy, but Nio, it is my primary investment that I make sure that I do on a monthly basis, because I know that blue sky is coming. I know we shall be rewarded. I know that those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. Tell me what you think about this, man. I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least you get to be notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you.